Alright. This is a good enough starting point. Apparently, I don't have a Tasha video, or I couldn't find it, and I couldn't even find a deck list that I've ever posted of Tasha, going through all of the blue-black um, strategies I've played in this format for the past, like, 4 or 5 years. I don't believe that. Maybe I didn't upload it. Maybe I did two things at the same time, and this one just didn't be one that I edited and made a video out of, but I'm really convinced, I am incredibly convinced I have in fact played this, but I can't find it, so any excuse to play Blue-Black Control, I will make it. I've played a lot of the Ashioks. I think I've played all of the Ashioks in the Command Zone, and all of them feel pretty good. This one is just, in general, a solid thing. Its ability is just fine. Preventing them from searching the library is very good, and then hosing graveyards is sporadically useful. Sometimes you can just randomly hit Craterhoof and then it's out of the game, you know. This Ashiok, kind of similar. I've won a fair bit with this in the Command Zone too, so I like that one. I'm not going to play Mana Rocks because the -6 here is a little lackluster. There are a ton of really bad things to hit off of the -6, so I'm not really racing to play this very quickly. Scarab God, I've played that as the commander, don't need much introduction. The only extra turn I think I put in, yeah, is just Expropriate. This could probably be something else, but randomly this is devastating, especially when you have multiple Planeswalkers taking away. It's like proliferating twice, sort of. Way stronger than that, but it's seems pretty ideal, so... We are going to play some Blue-Black Control. Oh, speaking of proliferate, we have this. There is this. I don't know if I like it. I feel like I don't like it. The more I'm looking at it right now, the less I like it. We're taking it out. Like Inquisition of Kozilek? Or Duress even? Because I don't care too much about creatures. I think I have a lot of creature answers. It's like the non-creatures that could be annoying. So Duress makes sense. Yeah, let's try that. Alright. Like the Otter Ral or the not Otter Ral. I also kind of want Search for Escanta in here, I think. Bloop. Chat, we missed the Verge Land. We missed it. I'm already cognizant that I missed it. We want to not surveil, because I want to cast this. I'm not really... I don't care if it gets countered. It does get countered, alright. Would I have countered that? Probably. I would say I would have probably countered that, yeah. Yeah, Otter Rel, I don't think I would proliferate with that one. It's probably decent to do that, though. I don't think it's ever a bad thing. Alright, our opponent has Pact of Negation, which makes sense for their commander here. We do get to resolve ours. Rather surprising. Oh no, is it solid? Nope, it's not. Alright. I could have gotten Ledger Shredder immediately. Alright, looks like we just win. Looks like we just win. I probably should have minused. Well, my hand would like Jace, but I have to cast it. Probably not going to happen here. I'm surprised Niv Mizzet is up here. I don't recall that. I feel like Ruska was just better than Tasha in every conceivable way. So if I'm going to be... Alright, well... Oh, that's not keeping that one. Niv Mizzet does not have a 1-card infinite. It has to play a 6-mana sorcery speed creature. It's not a 1-mana combo. There's also a Rack, which just does it faster, and is in a color that has tutors, and that's not tier 1. Curiosity does not push Niv Mizzet to tier 1 on its own. That wouldn't make sense to me. But it being tier 1 innately doesn't make sense to me, so I don't know what the logic is. Okay. That's a weird one. Yep, we want an Archmage's Charm. Or at least try to. I don't think I'm doing anything about that. I don't think the game is about that. Do we Archmage's Charm? Probably. Well, that wasn't great. Alright, so if I play Tasha, we have to compete with their stuff. But I think I'm going to compete with their stuff regardless, so I guess I will play it. But it's not going to win with its ultimate. It's not even close, so... But there's like no creature decks in tier 1 though, you know? All the decks that try to kill you really quickly just are not tier 1 decks. Like it can't... It's not like Keenan doesn't care if this happens ever. Sithis doesn't care if it happens. Niv Mizzet doesn't care if it happens. Like nothing cares about this plus in the bracket medicine. And if it's too good for like the lower brackets, then I guess it's just homeless. It's politically homeless. Just like Geist of St. Treft. Too good for anything under tier 1, but nowhere near good enough for tier 1. I mean, if you plus on Ragavan and you've made it that far in the game, good on you. Ragavan does come in on turn 1. It also doesn't stop the vast majority of the rest of the deck. Okay, well, I assume it has an O-ring. It always does. Yeah, we can do this. I don't know if that... Does this matter? Oh, wait, maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm never going to get to Memory Deluge this game. Just never going to get to do that, so... They do not have an O-ring in hand. We get to see their whole list. Anything fancy or special? Nope. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Okay. It's all kind of stock list. The ultimate will not win. I don't even know if I should ultimate. I can just spin to see if I hit a big creature, but it doesn't really do much. Okay, well they didn't place... What? Okay. I could just ultimate for the sake of it. Maybe it's right. I don't know if they... Yeah, okay. Because if I don't and I lose it, I'm going to be kind of sad. So, yeah, let's just do it. Alright, we milled half their deck. Staff of Completion is interesting. Do I play Liliana? Probably. It is one of those demands a an O-ring kind of effect. They're gonna start making... Oh, I thought they were gonna cast Springheart on the Llanowar Elves. We can see what we milled, actually. Anything good? Oh, Calyx is gone. Sheltered by Ghosts, that thing. Okay. They really like playing additional lands. So I can surprise my opponent by not playing Staff this turn, so I will not play Staff. I don't want them to know about it, because we win with the ultimate. Draw a card and has flying. Oh, that's really, 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 really annoying. Yikes. Don't like to see that here. It does make me wish I did play Staff, but in another universe. Alright, this looks like desperately trying to find it. If they play a land and pay, that is them not drawing a card, so that's nice. Alright, looks like we actually won. We just had to wall against a mountain of stuff. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I could untap with the... I see what you're saying. With 3 damage, though? It would be down to... I don't think that was enough, though, wouldn't it? I would still have to plus Liliana, which means I wouldn't be going to an ultimate here. Well, they just keep this forest, and I don't know what the creature you keep is. Probably Llanowar Elves, right? Yeah, that would make sense. No, you keep the Seated Companion. I don't know why. Shouldn't you keep the Llanowar Elves? That's very strange. Okay. Well, I'm not threatened by a lethal crackback. I'm just going to swing. They didn't even block. I'm not sure you can win from here. I would be... No, there's no way to win from here, right? Is there? It'd actually be kind of cool if they did. This, in general, does not feel like a very good matchup for us, in all honesty. Yeah, they just couldn't bring themselves to kill the cute Doge, I guess. Well, they'll have an infinite amount of Sentinel's eyes, that's for sure. I don't believe it can swing. Oh, it has Vigilance. Never mind, chat. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. That's how you get into legal trouble. We're gonna pay, and then we're probably not gonna pay... Well, we can just draw. It's not like I'm gonna die. Yeah. The only way I don't exist anymore in this game is if I make a grave mistake. This creature gets 1/1 to enter for each enchantment you control. Alright. Well, I'll just play Tasha. I could minus it and get, like, poop, so I guess I'll just plus and potentially race to a second ultimate. Which technically I do have as it stands. I am comfortable with this attack. No, I'm not. I feel as though doing damage to my opponent might not even matter anyways, because they're at, like, a fairly high life total. They have a 0/4 blocker. Yeah, maybe damage is just not worth it. Not sure what they're contemplating there. Should I kill this? No, Feed the Swarm has the ability to kill any enchantment, and they're stuck on so few lands that I can really deal with most things. If they have, like, a flying aura here that could push some damage, but I don't think that's that scary. It's 1 less because of Tasha anyways. Oh, that probably doesn't matter too much. Okay, do we have Rancor? No. My opponent swords a zombie token. Alright, that was really, really weird. I'm not sure what the out is. We did look at their entire deck. I mean, I can't remember I mean, instantly our deck is way better because we're not in tier 1. Oh, it's so goofy. It's so goofy. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think I want to do that. I'm not really in the mood to play tier 1. I play tier 1 off stream, but on stream there's like the problem I have is you don't get to see a large range of commanders from opponents, and that leads to like, you know, kind of linear like the content I could put on YouTube is just I'm playing against the same 5 commanders. So it's not very appealing to me to play like that. I mean, if you like playing that, that's one thing. There's plenty of people that do. I don't have a problem playing it. It's just making content. Yeah, so I now remember why that I didn't play this and make a video, because it's tier 1. I don't normally have an issue with that, but I'm going to play Ashiok again. So, yep. I'm not going to shock myself on turn 1. There is merit in that, though, I would say. Alright, well, there's me wishing I did do that, so... Not the end of the world, though. I'm gonna counter that. I can actually mill it. Oh, come on, bro. Yep. See what happens when you don't do stuff the right way. Well, we would not be in this position if we just shocked ourselves. But we didn't, so of course this position just happens. As of course it would. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna counter that. I guess they don't have a land. They didn't cast their commander. I assume that's what that means. I don't know what else that could mean. There's no counter spells in this deck, so maybe this is Growth Spiral? Planar Genesis? Or just nothing? Okay. Works for me. We can play Ashiok now. Yep, I am not going to not do that, so... Karn's Temporal Sundering in Last March of the Ents. Alright, not the best hits. Not the best hits. I've had better hits than that, I would say. Oh, we got a good hit. We actually got a good one. I can also cast it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought we got the Voltborn Tyrant. Never mind. Lotus Cobra. I'm gonna counter their commander. Do I get this 5/5? Probably not. No, I don't think so. Counterspell works. Was it a sour? No, it was just Ulamog. Okay, Ulamog is 10. It would have no counters on it, though. I could have countered this, but that doesn't... Oh no, I could not have... What am I talking about? I could have tempo it. Ah, that doesn't seem right. How many cards do we need? More? Look at the top card okay, sure. Of all the things to do, I don't think I would have done that, but okay. Whenever you cast your first spell, return the top card of your library. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, they didn't go face. Professor Onyx. Well, I'm missing a land, so... not ideal. I don't believe I have any amazing things to do. Let's just do this. I don't think I should have countered this. It doesn't seem right. Maybe I should have countered it. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. Well. Beast Whisperer. I will counter that. So we have the count in the graveyard. House Meld is probably incredibly useful, right? I would argue. Do we have a good hit yet? No. We will get rid of the universe here. And then hopefully, if they cast their commander, they give me a good House Meld target? Oh, I love to see this. So, yeah, I think I mean, they don't even have a emote card in hand, so... I gotta read this now. Greatest mana value among cards in exile. What is that? Oh, it does work. It does get counters, and it would be a boatload of counters. It would actually be a ton of counters because the other cards in exile. Its ultimate is exile cards from hands and graveyards, which I could actually do now. They did just put that to their hand. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. And then we just steal their commander. My opponent has Stone Cold Nothing. Alright. I will Windmill Slam my commander. And I will also Cyclonic Rift a Mana Rock. Oh. Okay. That's just a full-blown Psychic Frog. Alright. Should we play Psychic Frog? Do I own this? I don't know if I own it. Psychic Frog is cool. Definitely the Baleful Strix I wish I had. Alright, we actually stole a creature. Wow. It's also a castable creature. Don't know if that means that much, though. Okay, my opponent was threatened by Ashiok. I guess I should take that as an honor there. Like that was maybe not the scariest thing that could have been a thing. So I want the card draw, and this doesn't have any text on it, so... Alright, I missed the land drop. Yeah, it does feel like the blue-black Ragavan. That's probably true. No way you swing. No way you swing. You need the mana! You need the mana! No. There's no way I swing here. Oh no. You lost hexproof on your mana source. Did you draw a land? Ooh. Yeah, I don't think you can afford to do that. Well, I got poop. Well, at this point I can just play this. Yeah, they just kind of removed their ability to have a land as an out. Search for Iskanta is pretty neat. Can I counter that? Wait a minute. What does this read? I cannot. Alright. Probably wouldn't anyways. Probably would not counter Search for Iskanta. Treasure Cruise, that's ironic. I'm convinced I will Treasure Cruise at some point in this game, so... let it rip. Could be wrong, though. If I don't draw lands, then I guess nothing mattered anyways. They instantly have the Cavernous Souls, so first I do. I can kill it, but that doesn't deal with it long term. I don't know if Roxanne I consider Hell Q. That's maybe not where I would place it. I don't know if I would place it there. It's good, though. It kind of has Golos vibes, but it's just not Golos, you know. That is a tap land. Alright, they did not play their commander. That's always nice. Can I play Phyrexian Arena? Probably not. Return all non-creature, non-land permanents to their zone as hand. That is the weirdest thing ever. You got it. I can get this random... It's just a random 5/6. I'm not really sold that that does anything. What did they exile? Wow, they exiled the Shadow of the Second Sun to just do what they did. That is nuts. That is kind of nuts. Alright, well I'm threatening the ultimate. The ultimate's only going after 2 cards in hand though. Oh wait, was that a creature? Oh, we got Melek. Huge. 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not care about that. I was not racing to the ultimate. You cast a spell that would have just gotten removed by that. Do I kill this now? Yeah. Right? They don't want to leave it in the graveyard, so... To flip Iskanta, I mean. They can flip Iskanta now, so they can recast their commander again. It doesn't have haste or anything. Oh, maybe they can't? Alright, get wrecked. Get totally trampled, I guess. They didn't use the blood token on whatever card that was out of hand. If it wasn't a viable card, they probably should have blood tokened away. They had Iskanta, which plays completely around this ultimate, right? No card in hand, doesn't care about the graveyard. This already flips, so the graveyard doesn't matter. Let's see if we can't just ruin the opener. To a degree. So Ashiok stops technically nothing in hand, So I'll play this Ashiok. It is a very creature-dense deck. I prefer to do this here. I'm just not currently stopping anything with this Ashiok, so... Yeah, there's an endless amount of goodies that I can steal here. I can already play Hulking Raptor, which probably is very good, so I will do that. And play Jace minus. Probably just win from here. Yeah, that was a sound thrashing, I must admit. A rather sound thrashing. Alright, I probably wanted to play this turn 1. Bit of a mistake there. Wasn't thinking. Actually, it's really not that big of a deal. Unless it is. Actually, unless it is. Please be Thoughtseize and not a ramp spell. Ugh. Every other opponent has done this today. Every other opponent. So, I don't think Fairy Mastermind matters. Not really concerned about that one in any way. There's been so many 1-mana ramp spells today. So I can play Liliana, and I think I will, actually. Especially how it has a seriously scary ultimate that my opponent doesn't want to play against, so... And this demands a 1-mana interactive spell. Alright, looks like they didn't have it. I will, because I'm going to have to do it eventually. Actually, no. No, I'm not going to have to do that. Why is my opponent playing Nadu? No, that makes sense. Yeah. How does it work? It does not draw, so Fairy Mastermind doesn't work. Yeah, don't you just love it when they have the best possible thing ever? Don't you just love it? It's like, oh shoot, I can't play my commander, I'll just conjure the best thing ever. Just real quick. And this is the turn where Liliana doesn't do it. Because they have 3 creatures now. Yep. No, you can't block that. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. I am not going to Devious Cover Up with the edit stuff on it. Alright, if they hit a discard spell and that card is specifically Thoughtseize, I guess I'll just concede. I mean, at that point you just deserve to win. Does this give haste? Nope. That is Ward 1. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This technically does it, and that can potentially sort of do it, so... Well, none of these are really that exciting to steal. So I'll just take Thoughtseize, because it has a chance of being good later. And that's probably okay. That doesn't do anything. And I want my opponent to redraw that, right? I absolutely want my opponent to redraw that. Is there a reason they didn't give this flying and go face? There's a lot of... Again, there's a ton of cards in my deck that are just horrible to steal. There's actually not a lot of good targets to steal in my deck. So, that might look weird, but... but still, I think I would have given it flying there. That has to be a little strange. Still has Ward 1. I love the spazzing out of the graphics on it. Yeah, the Liliana will be a problem later. I just think they should have given it flying, maybe? Probably would have been ideal. We did draw an exile card, which lets me plus here. Okay. I will Baleful Mastery cheaply. No. Alright. I will lead with an untapped island here, just because it's Rankle. Does it play Mana Rocks? Oh wait, that's the 3 mana Rankle. That's the 3 mana Rankle. Okay. Interesting. This turns into a tutor when you don't have a skeleton, right? Yeah. Well, I'm probably never doing anything about that skeleton, so... Bloodghast? Oh, come on. Well, this is bad. Has lifelink and haste when they don't have creatures. Enters, pay 1. Okay, so... This is probably one of its best matchups ever. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. This is probably, like, a phenomenal matchup for this deck. We want to cast this. I got to get rid of the Bloodghast, obviously. Actually, you know what? I wanted to target myself with this. I absolutely did. So Treasure Cruise was castable. I'm really blown away my opponent valued removing that. That's quite interesting. But yeah, I wanted to target myself, then I could cast Treasure Cruise. That was... Definitely, that was a mistake. They're not casting their commander. It does have haste, so can't block whenever you commit a crime. Sure. More reanimation nonsense. I don't see why I would brainstorm here. I will play this and plus it. If this can soak up a ton of damage, that feels like a huge win. They are running Mind Stone. A bit unusual in my opinion. Unearth, Banner. Yeah, so they got Mana Rocks. Strange. Alright, please go to Ashiok. Thank you. Well, that's not great here. Yeah, they definitely have removal. That's really not great. Is it okay, though? If it dies, I feel kind of bad. Do I? It just fuels my... I don't want my opponent to have perfect information anymore. That's I think, the worst issue here, so let's do something about that. Yeah, Psychic Frog definitely not gonna do anything in this game. It's a matter of, do I want Professor Onyx? And I kind of would feel like saying yes to that is the right thing. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm just gonna pass here. It's hard to tell what to do, so I will pass. And I don't care what they tutor for here. They found a land, finally. And the pressure is totally off of our face. Do I want to play Onyx? I don't think so. So it's Jace plus? Jace Brainstorm? Let's stop holding this. Let's just cast it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have a discard spell, I would obviously not want to lose this, so. Okay. That definitely worked out. I'm sure we'll get the window to do what we want. They can tutor a card, but then they can't cast it unless it's a 1-drop to play around Make Disappear. They know about Make Disappear, but I have Brainstorm since then. And I have, you know, way more cards in my hand, so... Well, there was 1 or 2 windows they could have went for their commander, and I think it would have resolved. So... information has given, or lack of information on the opponent's end has definitely helped. This is probably Thoughtseize. I feel like they just got a discard spell or something. Would not be surprised. Maybe they were looking for something that I've already Ashiok'd away. No, no, not really. I'm not even sure Seek New Knowledge here is right to cast. I like everything ever. Okay, I probably don't like that, actually. Alright, we're gonna mill them out, chat. We're gonna mill them out slowly. Slowly take all of their random things that don't appear to matter too much. Another black source is probably not necessary. We can play Jace, we can Brainstorm. I don't feel like bouncing this. Can they? What can they do here? Not really anything. Alright, we're gonna try to Brainstorm just once. I mean, why not? Okay, I get to hide some pretty good stuff, I think. Fountain Port isn't randomly winning the game as well. It's always nice. It's a lot of mana to do not too much. I don't believe I would counter removal. Ooh, that's actually pretty good here. That is pretty good. It gets around my sweepers. I don't have any spot removal. Alright, Manland coming in pretty nice. It looked like it was right off the top as well. Yeah, it had to have been. Ashiok, you should have scrambled what you exiled differently. We wouldn't be in this situation. Still going after Ashiok. Suppose the guaranteed value is there, but the Brainstorm is a bit of a nightmare, I would say, to play against here. My blue mana is pretty gummed up. I think it makes sense to Archmage's Charm. This would have been a different game if they had Bloodghast the whole time. Let's actually mess up the top of their deck. No, we don't have to do that. We just don't have to do that. We can just do this. Did I play a land yet? I did not. Huge. I can play this? No, there's no reason. I think we're just so comfortable now, especially if they commit a ton of mana to cast or swing with Hive. Opponent has not cast their commander, and this is a matchup where it basically always has haste. So that is interesting. Why don't you kill Jace? I can recast this, though. I don't even care about this. Like, this is... Okay. Alright, yeah, no. By all means. I just, yeah. Okay. Didn't fire up the manland, didn't play their commander, haven't drawn off this yet. Must be a removal spell for Jace? I don't know. Trying to bait me into reacting to that? But I can just recast it. Do they even have outs? Is this like a soft victory at this point? I'm not sure. Phyrexian Arena. That actually is good, I would argue. Okay, they're passing, so I'll just take care of this now. You can only sack tokens. And I don't think I want to draw lands. Narset's alright. It's not a permanent thing, and I don't know, it does a good job at finding stuff, though. So, another Jace Brainstorm leaves me vulnerable to... No, they have 5 damage anyways. Okay, let's just Brainstorm. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna lose Jace here. Probably not a big deal. I don't think I need 2 sweepers. I will shuffle that stuff away before I Narset. I will not shock myself. Okay, cut down is huge. How much mana do I have in instant speed? Play? Excuse me. Alright. The fish, mono black fish control is fully online. They did not use it. We keep Jace. Yeah, without my opponent knowing my hand, they're scared to commit the manland. I'm not sure if they can get away with that, though. It seems like... I'm not sure if that's really working out too well here. Debatable. I mean, if that's the case, I will just plus. My opponent showed me their entire turn sequence, so if I can just make the top of their deck bad, I mean... Yeah, that's fine, right? Cash in this Narset. Negate's not exciting. Okay, I need, like, good cards in play. So... This is very expensive, but... I'm gonna cast it. Dark Ritual. No. Stifle would have actually stopped one of those lands. There is merit in that. But I'm playing a land is fine. They're not drawing off the fish. Is my opponent's hand entirely removal? And has been for like 15 minutes? Kind of feels like that's the case. I mean, I'm going to cut one of these down now. Yeah, the fish are great, but they're not... Like, they're uncounterable. It's just not gonna... It can't keep up. They didn't sack it to draw a card there. Could have done that. That would mean they're not playing a fish, but... Enters, discard, counter literally anything. They did not play that card last turn. We know they just drew a land. Strange. What is that? Shieldred's Assimilator. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of it. Grave Expectations. Sure. We have to cast 6 more spells. I actually like Cruel Claws Heist. We will gift it. Alright, what do you got? They have Thoughtseize. Removal, 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 removal. Alright, so I'll take the Thoughtseize. And Demonic Pact is a little insane to me. Okay. Of all the things to make you concede, showing your hand to be dead is what did them in. I'm not really sure why. I'm on the draw again, which makes basically everything in my deck that costs 2 kind of bad. That is a Mox Jasper. A bit unorthodox. I mean, it's a dragon deck, but still, I mean, alright. Well, my untapped with the Psychic Frog feels kind of unbelievable. Thoughtseize is actually insane. Stifle? What? Okay. There's not a lot of cards that seek, so this kind of just does it once and then never again. Well, I guess it does it again when it attacks. Never really seen that card do much, though. Well, I am obscenely far ahead now. I will play Tapland? Yeah. Another land is totally reasonable. First, my opponent just has that card. So I draw 2. How do I deal with this Dragon Lord? They can stifle one of my discard effects, too. I don't believe they're gonna trade, but I will swing. Davriel. No, that doesn't cut it, so... Land... What do I do? Actually, everything here is really pretty miserable. I think it's right to just simply cast this here. Discard a land, just so I can proliferate. They stifle a Vraska plus, that's funny. It doesn't stop Vraska, though. They could have just one-shot Vraska as well. It's not like it was, going to win there. Oh, they're not committing anything to Vraska. They just want to go face? Interesting. They want to tap out here? I don't think I'm crewing this. Don't you swing first and... This is not a lot of mana to play with from the opponent, and we're trading cards, and they lost hexproof, so this is very strange. Very strange to me. It is an anticipate, though, so... I'm not sure what is safe here, is the problem. Let's just do this. This is fine. Yeah, that's okay. So, not stopping Davriel. I think that's good. The plus is relevant here. Presumably. That's a roaming throne. And this is a counterspell. It probably is safe to cast this, it feels. The Blood in the Snow, but maybe I don't have to. Let's get rid of the token. I don't even have to swing. I can actually trade. But I feel like if my opponent is going to draw, so should I. I'm not sure what backfires. Okay, yeah, it's just... I probably don't swing here because I can discard a card and then I actually win the block. We are done. Okay, so Tasha is tier 1, so that didn't pan out. I forgot about that. I was very curious why I didn't have a Tasha thing on my YouTube channel or anything like that. The main issue is this causes you to play against the best things, and a lot of those things do not care about this plus. And they also really do not care about the -6. It's annoying to swing at this with smaller creatures, but there are no tier 1 commanders that care about that. Ragavan is, I guess, the only one, but that comes in on turn 1, and this doesn't do anything for a while. And Ragavan doesn't actually need Ragavan to win, it's just this explosively powerful turn 1 play, and then, you know, you ride off the success of what it may or may not do for you. But the tier 1 bracket just doesn't allow this to get away with anything, in my opinion. And that has not changed, right? That really has not changed for me. The games we played in tier 1, that felt just accurate all the way through. So I can't recommend this at all in any way. It's just like Geist of St. Traft. They assume it's too good for lower brackets, but it's not capable of doing anything in the higher brackets. So it's just completely politically homeless. It can't go anywhere and have its debates about anything. It's just stuck. Which is unfortunate. I have played against this playing non-tier 1 stuff. So it can sporadically play against weaker things. I don't know if my MMR was too high. The last time I played this, it must have been before they changed whatever the point weight system is. So if I tank my MMR by deliberately losing, and then we can play Tasha in a lower bracket or something. But even still, in lower brackets, this doesn't really pummel a lot of strategies. There are so many creature-based decks that do not care about this plus, outside of tier 1. So I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to try it, and Wizards ruined my time. So moved on to Ashiok, and so for Ashiok, I really like this one a lot. It has a pretty interesting ultimate, but the -X is most of the time is useful, right? It does have a +2, which is nice. It comes in on turn 3, which is nice. I like everything this is doing. Probably Mox Amber probably could have been in here. Yeah, probably could have been in here. Tasha, even, yeah, in lower brackets, I wasn't excited about this. You gotta keep in mind, there are a boatload of not great creature hits, so the ultimate is not exciting. It does mill them for a ton, but that doesn't accomplish much. If you mill someone for 55, that doesn't really do anything except give them a graveyard that they might actually care about. So you gotta mill them all the way, or not even bother. Psychic Frog is absolutely MVP. I crafted it today. This is just a thing that goes in probably every single commander that has this color. I just hadn't owned it up until this point. It is a disgustingly powerful card, especially early. And yeah, that's it. Blue-black control. I think I like it a little bit more than the blue-white control we were playing the other day. And who knows, maybe tomorrow will be Chromium. We just jam them together and we get to play one of my favorite commanders, which I don't know the last time I played that one, but I know I've played that one a few times. That was one of the first commanders I actually played in this format, was Chromium. So, always really like that. So, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.